Alright, here we go. Hello, this is CB Ultra 768, and we are back with the finale to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Cause last time we had a lot of stuff happen. We had Emma testify, and we found out that during the incident with Dark, she accidentally pushed Marshall into the suit of armor with the hilt and accidentally killed him because she thought, I gotta help that man that's on the ground, because Marshall was actually trying to attack Dark, but she didn't know because of the power outage. We had Gant testify, and we found out possibly why. We found out he was the one that used the key card, and that when he had to murder Bruce Goodman, it wasn't a planned murder, it was kind of like on the spot. But unfortunately, he was like, oh, I got dinner with this attorney guy, so I gotta go, bye. And now we called Lana to the stand, and now we gotta get a testimony out of her. So, without further ado, let's finish this. I worked alongside Gant for years. There's no truth to this blackmail theory. I fabricated the evidence 2 years ago all by myself. When I found Prosecutor Marshall's body, I rearranged the crime scene. My only motive was to get Dark convicted. It had nothing to do with Emma. That sounds like the contradiction right there. It had nothing to do with Emma. It definitely has something to do with Emma.
Are you sure about this testimony?
Your Honor, I'm confessing to a capital offense. Of course I'm sure.
But Lana!
If this is true, then that means Chief Gant has nothing to do with this.
That's what I've been telling you from the beginning.
Please, Mr. Wright, you gotta help her. She's sacrificing herself because of me.
But what if she's telling the truth?
She's not. I know my own sister. Whenever she speaks shiftily like that, she's hiding something inside. Deep down, she's really screaming in agony.
Oh. Yeah, there's no time to start second-guessing myself.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness. Or, I mean the defendant.
Get to the fabrication. Yeah, I think already it has to do with the ending. I'm gonna take a wild guess. Like, the ending... We may have to press some stuff.
Mr. Wright, my sister's lying.
Looks like she's determined to protect you in the end. She insists she fabricated the evidence by herself.
There's no way she could have done this.
I've got to get Lana to talk more. If she's lying, then she's bound to slip up and make a contradiction. What was the end? Sorry. Fabricated the evidence. My only motive was to get convicted Dark. It had nothing to do with Emma. I'm gonna save right here. I don't know if we have full evidence, though, that can show it has something to do with Emma. I almost want to say it's the fingerprints here. No. Okay, I'm just gonna go back and press. I'm thinking way too early. I'm sorry. Alright, I won't do that again. Let's just press her and see what information I can get out of her. Sorry about that. Okay. I worked alongside Gant. Okay. How many years exactly? Ever since I made senior detective. Let's see, I was 24 then, so that would be 5 years.
Detective Gant and Detective Sky were red-dead partners. I personally saw them testify in numerous cases.
She must have been good coming from the same school as Mia, I mean. Damien Gant was a respectable detective, that's why. There's no truth to this blackmail. But think about it, Miss Sky. You didn't murder Detective Goodman. You told me as much yesterday in jail. You still don't get it, do you, Mr. Wright? Any testimony you cannot present in court is as useless as idle gossip.
Huh?
I stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. And fabricated the evidence. Did you do so to help your sister? Joe Dark was a serial killer. My sister almost became his last victim that day. I didn't want that incident to ruin her life. But what she did was justifiable self-defense. She wouldn't have been charged with anything. That's not the point. She was traumatized that day, all because of that creep. That's why I couldn't forgive him.
Wow.
So that's why you fabricated the evidence 2 years ago?
I found Prosecutor Marshall's body. I rearranged the crime scene. You say you did this all by yourself? Yes. Would you mind telling us what you found when you arrived at the crime scene? Okay, so we did have to press. It seems I was the first person to discover the scene. The broken prosecutor award knife was stuck in the victim's body. That's not it. That's a switchblade. What? But Prosecutor Marshall died from an unfortunate accident. That's only a situation you dreamed was possible. Huh? The reality is, it wasn't my sister who took the prosecutor's life. Fantasize all you want, Mr. Wright, but I'll never change this statement. You mean Prosecutor Marshall wound up being killed by Doc? Something like that. If that is so, what happened to the other murder weapon? Doc was carrying a switchblade knife. Oh, that was lying on the floor a little distance away. It was probably knocked away in the struggle.
That's not how it went down. She's trying to cover up her lies with more lies.
All just to protect me.
So, when you found a scene like this, what did you do? After all, this is what everything boils down to.
Yes. I broke off the tip of Dark's knife, planted it inside the wound, then moved the body. Oh, that got added. Hold it.
You planted a tip of Dark's knife in the victim's body? And then you moved the body? But why? Why would you do that?
You of all people should know, Edgeworth. You've always had a good head on your shoulders.
Huh?
My head isn't that bad, but maybe I ought to ask for the sake of others. Why did you plant the knife? Why did you... Yeah, if it was on his side, why did you move the body? Let me save just in case if I need to ask something else. When you showed up on the scene, where exactly was the victim's body? It was where you deluded it was, by Chief Gant's desk. But the body was found by your desk. Why did you move it there? The reason for that is simple.
Let's have the witness explain this in more detail. The reason Miss Sky moved the body.
Pieces of the jar were scattered during the events. Threatened my clan. Like, this is probably gonna be wrong. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Wait a minute. She said the jar was broken? If it was broken, then how did he write the message? Miss Sky, I understand how you feel. You committed that crime 2 years ago to protect your sister.
You mean the forgery at the scene where Neil Marshall was murdered?
If that truth were to be exposed now, the past 2 years of your life will have been in vain. Even so, I am compelled to bring to everyone's attention a significant contradiction within your testimony. A contradiction? In my testimony? You testified, and I quote, "The pieces of the jar that shattered during the event threatened my clan." That's right.
Do you have a problem with that?
It's a simple oversight, really. You see, a message was written on this jar with the victim's blood. Yes, the prosecutor must have written it in his final moments. Exactly so. And this is where the contradiction lies. Huh? In order for the victim to be able to write his message on the jar, it must have not yet have been broken before he died. Oh! He couldn't have written Emma's name on a shattered jar! Oh my god, Mr. Wright is right! Man, I can't believe I actually guessed that right. Because yeah, as soon as he said it was broken, I was like, wait a minute, the jar wasn't broken. How would he have been able to write the message if it broke? Order! Order! Your Honor, it would appear more information is needed in regard to this jar and its bloody message. We may be missing something crucial here. Something critical? I know he said crucial, but I like to say critical. Chief Prosecutor, it seems you're as in the dark as we are about the truth towards which we're heading. What? Just tell us exactly what you saw. We'll piece together the information to arrive at the truth.
Very well. The witness may now continue her testimony.
Alright, here we go. Jar, message, and blood. I immediately noticed the blood traces on the jar, but it was dark in the room. I didn't have the time to check it out. To be safe, I wiped away the blood. The fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping them clean before they were discovered.
Okay. You mean you were the one who wiped away the message in blood?
I wasn't chief prosecutor at the time.
She didn't think Dark was the real murderer. That's why she tried to erase the real evidence.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Alright. So yeah, I just gotta remember, just press everything until you can't get anything out of it. Hold it! So, the jar was already broken? It's a miracle that thing hadn't broken earlier.
It certainly looks as feeble as the defense's case.
But not as feeble as the judge's judgment.
You were an ace detective who never missed a detail. Do you really expect us to believe you didn't investigate what was written on the jar pieces?
Normally I would have. But it was dark in the room. Hold it. So, you didn't know your sister's name was written on this jar? No. If I had known, I would have gathered all the pieces and grounded them into dust. Well, that helps my case.
Lana, you do that for me?
It seems you two might make up yet. Anyway, I just barely had enough time to move the body as it was.
If someone happened upon the scene, you'd lose your chance to erase the evidence. You must have been in a hurry.
I was. I knew I had to destroy the evidence before anyone came.
This is rather shocking.
If I wipe away the blood. I'm afraid this action of yours reveals what really happened.
What do you mean?
If you really thought Dark killed Prosecutor Marshall, you wouldn't have wiped away the blood. What else could I have done in that situation?
Lana!
I only had a few moments. There wasn't enough time for me to do anything else but gather up the pieces. Fragments so large, sure I got them all. But how could you see with the power out? It should have been pitch black in that office. A detective is always prepared, Mr. Wright. Even now, I always carry a pocket light and a camera with me.
Even I carry a bottle of emergency luminol wherever I go.
I never miss anything. I got every last piece. All I could think about was wiping clean before they discovered. So, you illegally rearranged the crime scene? Yes. I don't have any excuse for my actions.
I'm so sorry, Lana. I didn't know. I treated you so badly all this time.
It's not too late. There's still plenty of time to make up. After we've got to the bottom of this incident.
No doubt this day will leave a permanent stain on the history of the prosecutor's office.
More contradictions have surfaced in her testimony.
Your sister's really putting up a fight. She must really care about you. Still, she's not doing this the right way. I think I finally figured out the contradictions in her testimony. one final possibility that might turn everything around. Alright, so we gotta find evidence now. I immediately noticed the blood traces in the jar. It was in the dark, I didn't see. Be safe, I wiped it with the blood. Fragments were large, so I'm sure I got them all. All I could think about was wiping clean blood before it was discovered. Where could this contradiction be? No. Alright, load. I'm just gonna look it up, because I don't want to spend too much time here. Alright, let's see. So we got that part. So hang on. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3. This 4. So it said this again. So we're supposed to do the jar again. Miss Sky, I believe this jar conceals a truth even you were unaware of. I was gonna say, is it because the pieces weren't large, I guess? Let's see. What? We found the final piece of this jar in Chief Gant's safe. In the Chief's safe? But how? I knew it. She really didn't know. Oh, so we were supposed to figure if she gathered all the pieces, then why was the last... We were supposed to remember why was the last piece in Gant's safe if she gathered all the pieces. Okay. There's something even more disturbing about that final piece. There was still blood on it.
But the witness just testified that she gathered every last piece and wiped the blood off of them.
Yes, which leaves us with only one explanation. On the night Prosecutor Marshall was murdered, you were not the first one to show up on the scene. Chief Gant got there before you.
Oh my God, Chief Gant got there before. I had no idea. But couldn't the defendant have simply missed a piece?
Objection. I'm afraid that's unlikely. The pieces are too big for anyone to miss, let alone an ace detective.
That may well be, but everyone makes mistakes. Even I once wasted an entire day looking for my dentures. They were in my mouth all along. Huh, can you believe that?
Objection. Have you forgotten, Your Honor? When this witness arrived at the scene, the jar was already broken.
Oh, that!
There's no way a name could have been written on a shattered jar. Another person discovered the scene prior to the witness.
I hope you're not implying this person was Chief Gant at the time. He was looking for Doc downstairs. Besides, even if he was there first.
Objection. My mouth. The question is, if he did arrive there first, why did he hide that fact for 2 years?
Oh!
Well, Your Honor, can you answer us that?
No!
Yeah, we did it.
Wait, I'm not the one on trial here.
Damien Gant arrived at the crime scene prior to the witness. So the judge was like doing his no if he was on trial.
Wait, I'm not on trial. Why am I doing this?
Oh, that's funny.
He proceeded to break the jar and purposely hid one of the broken pieces. Question: what is this action called?
Fabrication of evidence.
But why would you Gant do that?
In light of what happened afterwards, isn't it clear?
What happened afterwards?
Discovering the scene, Lana Sky believed her sister Emma killed the victim. Determined to help her sister, she sought Gant's aid. Lending her his aid, Gant helped her create evidence that incriminated Doc, sparing Emma, and therein lies the reason. The reason why Miss Sky became the chief's puppet.
No, I did it on my own. sis, stop trying to protect the chief. I can't watch you suffer anymore for my sake.
No, you didn't. It wasn't you, Emma. You didn't kill anyone. Don't believe anything Mr. Wright says. Defense attorneys make up the most foul lies to defend their clients.
Foul lies? Imagine that coming from my own client. I guess you do seem the type who likes to twist the truth.
Huh? Wait a minute. Twist the truth. What if we're still smack dab in the middle of Gant's trap?
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
Lana, maybe right after all. Huh? What do you mean, right?
So, you do tell foul lies then, Mr. Wright?
Miss Sky, please testify once more. But if evidence was fabricated behind your back, then Emma's accidental killing of Prosecutor Marshall might also be a lie.
But I do remember knocking over Mr. Marshall.
Miss Scott, if you will. I can't.
There's nothing to be afraid of anymore. This cross-examination may not change a thing. However, there is a possibility that it will, if you tell the truth.
Very well. I'll testify about what I really saw.
All right, the witness may testify once more for the final time.
Okay. Accidental crimes, actual crime scene. When I arrived, I found Mr. Marshall's body impaled on that suit of armor sword. Emma and Dark were lying unconscious on the floor nearby. When I saw what had happened, I thought she did it. That's why I erased all the evidence that linked her to the murder. I had Chief Gant help me remove the body from the sword and carry it. But if it all really was a fabrication, Emma might be innocent.
Unbelievable! The body was impaled on the armor sword?
You were the only one who saw that, if only you had proof.
Actually, I do have proof.
Huh?
I gave it to Mr. Wright just this morning. The book.
What? To me?
It's a picture I took of the crime scene as I encountered it. I thought it might be needed. But I don't remember receiving a picture like that.
Lana must have known. See, Mr. Wright? She really does have faith in you.
Very well, Mr. Wright, please present this picture.
I don't remember receiving a picture from Lana.
Lana said she gave it to you this morning, right?
I seem to remember getting something from her then.
Let's check that evidence again. There must be a picture in here somewhere.
I'll say, this is what she gave me this morning. There it is. Yep. Hey, there's a picture here. Dun dun dun.
Oh my! This is the actual crime scene!
No other detective saw the crime scene like this, because I contacted Criminal Affairs only after I had rearranged everything. Mine's picture inserted into the court record. Crime scene photo from case 2 years ago.
Mr. Wright! That piece cut out from his vest. Could that be?
The clock we found inside Chief Gant's safe. Yep, there's the clock. What's this?
This is a handprint, isn't it? That cloth. It had fingerprints on it. Whoever fingerprints those are must be the real murderer.
What? Those fingerprints! They're yours, Emma!
Why are your lips turning all purple, Mr. Wright?
Anyway, let's get on with the cross-examination. So long as you tell the truth, we should be able to flush out the real murderer.
Very well. The defense may now begin its cross-examination.
Okay. So I guess now we'll have to present it somewhere. Is it Gant?
Hold it!
Damn.
Come now, Urgy. This is the poorest excuse for a trial I've ever seen, Sonny.
Chief Gant!
What now, you want to make me out as the bad guy too, Sonny? If so, I'd like to put in a word or two in my defense, Sonny. Objection! I'm afraid it's too late for that. What? You already declined to testify. That means you forfeited your right to make statements of any sort.
This must be that risk we were talking about earlier.
Just sit back and relax and enjoy the sound of the noose tightening around your own neck. So what? You think I'm worried, Sonny?
Huh?
Sorry to disappoint you, Sonny, but I don't need to make any statements. What do you mean? The evidence will do all the talking for me, Sonny. Even if I can't testify, I can still present evidence, Sonny.
Yes, that's true. Wait, you mean you still have some conclusive evidence?
No, I don't, but someone does.
Someone?
So, what's your excuse, Rhino? Why have you been keeping quiet about it, Sonny? You do have something to show us, right? Something that proves you knocked over Neil Marshall causing his death? Conclusive evidence that leaves no room for doubt, Sonny?
Is it true, Mr. Wright?
Damn. If I show that piece of evidence now, Emma's sure to be made out as the murderer.
Mr. Wright, if you have any more evidence, present it now. If you try to conceal.
Shit. I'll say, do we have to present it?
Anything, you will be the one appearing before the board of inquisitors.
What do I do now? I better think this through carefully. I can't afford to make any wrong decisions. Should I present that piece of evidence? I mean, I don't think we have any other choice. If we don't, we're screwed. The one that shows who really killed Prosecutor Marshall? I think so. Yes, Your Honor. I do have further evidence.
All right, the time finally come to show it to them. Those prints have got to be the thieves.
Now then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered the prosecutor.
Here.
It's a piece of leather cloth?
Yes. It most likely was cut from the victim's vest near his chest.
What's this? There's a big handprint on it. Surely it must have been left on the cloth by whoever shoved the victim into that sword, Sonny.
What? Whose fingerprints are on this?
I'm sure Rhino has checked. Haven't you, Sonny?
Well, whose are they?
They're Miss Skies. Emma Skies.
What? They're mine? So I really did do it?
See? I told you it was conclusive, Sonny.
Alright, I gotta let the SD card cool down. Be right back. I just read the guide and I just realized I made a mistake. This is the game over screen. It turns out I wasn't supposed to show the evidence. Oops. Oh well, let's see a bad ending, I guess.
See, I told you it was conclusive, Sonny.
Objection! But this was found in your safe. That means it's possible you forged it.
I don't know what you're talking about, Sonny. Huh? I don't remember any cloth in my safe. Do you really expect me to believe that?
Objection! But
Give it up, Mr. Wright. It's over. You shouldn't have presented that. But presenting that evidence, you tied Emma Sky to Neil Marshall's death.
no.
Yeah, it's a game over. It appears we have found our killer.
No! No, no!
Game over.
Everything hinged on that picture. In the end, Lana alone was found guilty on all accounts.
Guilty!
Shit. So where do we gotta start? God damn. Shit. Wait a minute, huh? Don't tell me. Did I fuck up? Oh my god. No. Oh no. Did I screw up? Oh no. So wait. What if I... Oh my god, do I gotta redo everything all over again? Are you kidding me? All because I saved... Oh no! No! You're freaking kidding me! This can't be real! Are you serious? Do I really gotta do this again? Are you kidding me? I screwed up! Oh my god, no! I fucked up! Oh no! I gotta do episode 5 all over again! Alright, I guess I'll see you guys back here when I do that. Well, fuck. Oh, okay, holy shit. We are finally back. Yeah, you have no idea. I had to play through the entire episode again just to get back to this moment. Okay, so it's cannot show evidence. I knew, like in the back of my mind, I was saying, maybe I should look at the guide just in case, but I didn't. Anyway, here we go. Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this time, at this point in time.
What?
What, Sonny? You lie.
Chief Gant? You opened my safe. I know you took what was inside, Sonny. The conclusive evidence, Sonny.
I don't know what you're talking about. So he just basically lies. Okay, so he's supposed to lie. Again, I guess I should have known, like, oh yeah, if you present that, Emma's gonna go to jail, dummy. Whatever.
Mr. Wright, why don't you show them? We found it together.
Oh, I see. It's because you know the truth, don't you, Sonny? You know whose fingerprints are on it. That's why you won't present it, eh?
What are you talking about, Chief Gant?
Can't you figure it out, Sonny? Take a look at this picture. See the victim's vest? Notice anything odd about the chest area, Sonny?
It looks like part of it's been cut for some reason.
You mean you had this in your safe?
What? That means you, the chief of police, have been concealing evidence? This is going to be the biggest scandal in the history of the police department.
Sorry, I think my throat might be going a bit.
Impressive, Sonny. To be honest, I didn't think you had the gall, righto.
Huh?
Well, I can't just let you pin me up as the murderer. Ha ha! I'll tell you what really happened, Sonny.
What? You mean you admit to it? What? You mean you into it?
Oh god, I think my voice is going.
I was the first person to arrive at the crime scene that day, Sonny. It was then occurred to me that I could use the situation to control Lana.
So you really were manipulating her.
I knew Lana. If I made her look like the blame lay with her sister, that, when she saw the scene, she would ask me for my aid.
So you assisted Miss Sky?
I told her to arrange all the evidence, Sonny. I had her plant the knife tip in the victim's body and move the body across the room.
And I ended up using that evidence to get Joe Doc convicted.
When I tampered with the crime scene, I hid 2 pieces of evidence, Sonny. This was before Lana arrived at the scene, mind you.
2 pieces of evidence? You mean those items in your safe?
But why?
For insurance, of course, Sonny.
Insurance?
I was sure my plan would work, but it's always best to be prepared for the worst, Sonny. I wasn't about to let anyone blame me for a murder that girl committed.
You mean you were calculating that far ahead while forging the evidence?
What do you take me for, Sonny? A fool? I didn't make police chief by dumb luck. See this jar fragment? I hid the most legible part of Emma's name. I didn't expect Lana to go and wipe the blood off all the pieces.
Objection! But if you fabricated all the evidence, what's to say you didn't fabricate the message on this jar too?
Ho 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 ho! Some people just don't know when to quit, do they, Sonny? That's why I kept one more item for insurance.
You mean that piece of cloth?
Come on, Rhino, cough it up already. I know you have it.
What are you waiting for, Mr. Wright?
So, you admit to it then, Chief Gant, that you were hiding the cloth you cut off the victim's vest in your safe?
Yes, I admit it, Sonny. I didn't want to have to do that being chief and all. But it's a lot better than being portrayed as a murderer, Sonny.
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh god, I'm probably gonna look at the guy again just so I don't mess up.
Just a moment ago, you said you didn't have any evidence you could possess.
Foolish move, Rhino. You should have shown it then before it was too late.
Well, when I did, I failed. It's been a long battle. But the moment of truth has finally arrived. As long as I don't mess up here, victory's mine. I don't care, I'm looking it up, just to be sure. Can I show evidence now? Show evidence. Okay. Now we show evidence. Your Honor, I do have evidence to present now. So we basically had to make him admit his guilt.
All right then, let's see this conclusive evidence. The evidence that shows who actually murdered Prosecutor Marshall.
There we go. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest. I'll say, okay, I get it. We basically made Grant tell us you were the one that cut this, right? And when he says yes, and then we see, oh, Emma's fingerprints are on it, we realize he wasn't doing it because he murdered him. He was doing it to blackmail Emma.
Oh, yes! At last you finally brought it out into the open, Sonny.
There's a handprint on this piece of cloth.
Your Honor, the prosecution requests that be immediately sent to the lab for analysis. This handprint on the leather, there must have been a strong impact for it to be left so clearly.
You mean...
It could not have been forged. It must be authentic, conclusive evidence. Oh my god, conclusive evidence? I had no idea.
You're as slow on the uptick as ever, Worthy. What? Think about it, Sonny. Rido had all this time to present this evidence. Yet he was reluctant to do so. Why would that be?
Huh? You mean you already know? You know whose fingerprints are on that?
Mr. Wright, do you really know?
Whoever the fingerprints belong to must be the real murderer. Whose fingerprints are they?
Very well. I'll tell you. And I think it did say we do present Emma. Again, he admitted his guilt, so now she's in the clear. I believe that's how this will work, but I did say it should be okay now. Everything's proceeding as predicted. I mean, he's even saying this. The person whom these fingerprints belong to is...
Emma Sky?
What? They're mine?
I'm sorry, Emma.
But why? Why didn't you tell me?
Oh my god, he didn't tell her. What a dick!
Oh, you're really something, Rido. You knew this girl did it all along, and you still tried to pin the murder on me, Sonny.
So it's true, tragic, but true. This girl really did shove Prosecutor Blossom to his death.
Hold it! How could you? You monster!
Miss Sky!
You knew whose fingerprints those were all along, yet you acted like she really didn't. Miss Sky, it's not over yet.
What?
I said this trial isn't over yet. But I'm afraid it is over, boy. Not only this trial, but your career too, Sonny. You purposely concealed this conclusive evidence, Sonny. That, my friend, is a serious offense. I'm looking forward to pressing charges after the defendant is convicted, Sonny.
That looks fine, sorry, I was looking at quality.
I'll have your badge, boy. What's the matter? Cat got your tongue, Sonny? Aren't you going to tell us how it feels? How it feels to be the one who single-handedly turned a poor little girl into a murderer, Sonny?
Before I do that, there's just one little thing I have to clear up.
Oh, and what's that?
Who really killed Prosecutor Neil Marshall?
What?
Chief Gant, you are absolutely right. This piece of cloth proves who the real murderer is. Who killed Neil Marshall, you ask?
It was Emma Sky, wasn't it?
I'm afraid that's not possible. You see, this piece of cloth contains a critical contradiction.
What? A contradiction? What is this fool babbling about?
I'm talking about a contradiction. One that proves... Save. who the real killer is. Oh my god, I didn't even know there was a contradiction.
But, Mr. Wright, this piece of cloth, what could it possibly contradict?
Chief Gant, your tyrannical reign ends here. Behold, the piece of evidence that contradicts this cloth. What could it be? I'm gonna look it up. I don't wanna have to start over. I would say it's like maybe, I wonder what it is, the picture. I was about to say, it's a picture, isn't it? Cause there's like a ton of blood there, but there didn't seem to be any blood on it, so, yeah, where was the blood?
And what exactly is this supposed to be, Sonny?
This is the picture Miss Sky took. Take a good look at it. See where the piece of his vest was cut out?
Yes, his shirt is showing underneath. It's hard to make out with all the blood on his vest, though.
Exactly my point. His chest is soaked with blood. That's only natural. His lungs, no doubt, were punctured, blood poured out of his mouth.
Oh, but that piece of cloth.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, actually, when I saw that. I was like, wait a minute, the cloth doesn't even have blood on it. So, like, how does that work?
Wait! There's no blood on it! Oh!
Since Emma Sky's fingerprints are on this cloth, there's no doubt that she shoved the prosecutor aside. However, Mr. Marshall was not impaled on the sword at that time!
No, this is nonsense, Sonny.
Now then, Chief Gant, let me ask you something. Prosecutor Marshall was not impaled when he was shoved aside.
He most likely hit his head on the ground and was knocked out.
If so, then tell me, who could it have been? Who could have arrived at the scene before Miss Lana Sky? Picked up the unconscious prosecutor and impaled him on the armored sword.
Then, to make it look like Emma was responsible for the prosecutor's death, said person proceeded to write her name on the jar with the victim's blood. A jar that they then broke on purpose to leave behind a clue. And make Lana believe her sister did it.
Remember what you admitted, only moments ago, that you personally cut out this bloodless piece of the victim's vest. So yeah, that's what we were doing. That's why we couldn't show the evidence. We had to make him admit his guilt, then we could show the evidence and bring it back to him. Okay. I just hate I had to go through the entire episode just to get back there. Ironic, isn't it? Through the very act of creating insurance, you provided that you were the actual murderer. It's finally over. It's finally all over, I mean. Objection. Was it Lana? Oh, him.
Objection! That was close, Rhino. You almost had me there, Sonny.
Huh?
Sorry, but you'll have to do better than that. I refute your allegations, Sonny.
What do you mean you refute his allegations?
You see, that piece of cloth, Sonny, is illegal evidence.
Uh-huh. Oh my god, I didn't know.
Order! What nonsense is this?
Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict the suspect, Sonny.
Wondering if it'll be the book, I don't know.
Remember, Unky, earlier old Rhino here concealed that piece of cloth. So then, what's your excuse, Rhino? You do have some conclusive evidence, don't you, Sonny?
Your Honor, I don't have any evidence I can present at this time.
Well, that's true. The defense did refuse to present evidence.
At that moment, that piece of cloth ceased to be legal evidence, Sonny.
But that's not fair!
Did you actually think you could beat me in court, Sonny? It looks like the last laugh's on you, son.
Oh my god! I didn't even know he had the last laugh.
I'm afraid Mr. Gant's claim is legally correct. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
True. Illegal evidence cannot be used to convict a person. Assuming, of course, that the evidence is indeed illegal.
Well, Mr. Wright?
It seems at last guy. I always thought we were at the end, but no, we're not. The time for me to reveal my plan has finally arrived.
Mr. Wright, do you admit to it? That you purposely and illegally concealed this piece of cloth?
God. I don't know. Let's save. I mean, it has to do with the book, doesn't it? Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. So I think it's I did, but then we have to show the book saying, hey, the second rule. This cloth has to do with the trial.
No, I admit to that.
All my planning will have been for nothing. Okay, at least you stopped me.
It seems Mr. Wright didn't understand the implications of his conduct.
Oh. Alright. I don't want to lose anymore. Alright, I did not. I admit, I refuse to present it at one time.
Ha ha! So the evidence is illegal, son.
Objection. No, it isn't, Mr. Grant.
Huh?
It's not that I didn't present evidence then. It's that I couldn't.
What do you mean, you couldn't?
There are certain procedures involved when presenting evidence.
No, Hudgy, don't listen to his lies, son. He's nothing but a coward. You can't really bully. Objection. There was only one issue left to be resolved in this trial. Is this evidence legal or not?
Very well. Let's settle this once and for all.
Okay.
Earlier you refused to present evidence. If you can prove your conduct was not in violation of the law, then do so now.
It has to be the book. If it's not, I will be mad. Yep. This is my proof, Your Honor. Evidence law.
What's this, Sonny?
I've done my homework too, Chief. Indeed, Emma Sky's fingerprints were on this piece of cloth. However, at that point in time, this was merely a piece of cloth, nothing more.
What?
You see, it's written right here in this book. The second rule of evidence law. Yeah, I kept wondering, when is this going to come into play? Now it comes into play.
Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department.
I found this piece of cloth, piece of evidence myself, inside your safe. It goes without saying, I did not have approval from the police department.
Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial.
And here is the crux of the matter. You see, at the time it was impossible for me to prove the relevance between the cloth and the SL9.
What? What kind of nonsense is this, Sonny? You want relevance? Relatively? Just take one look at this picture and...
Objection! Sorry, but can you recall when was that picture presented?
That was shown only a few moments ago.
No! He's right. At the beginning of today's trial, that piece of cloth was still meaningless.
The person who gave it value as evidence was you, Damien Gant.
You yourself confessed to a certain truth.
Yep. Let me verify this once more. On the day of the crime, you personally cut out this piece of the victim's vest?
Oh, yes! No! It was then that you approved this cloth as conclusive evidence. Yes, you, the chief of police, personally approved this cloth.
The only person who could have cut this from the victim's vest is the one who stood before Prosecutor Marshall in final moments. In other words, the real murderer. And there's only one person who that could be. Damien Gant! The killer was you!
Yeah! I knew I should have gotten rid of him. That good-for-nothing scum. For 2 years he's been snooping around the department trying to get something on me. Crimes are being committed every day, yet he insisted on hounding me, Sonny. Well, your crime wasn't exactly petty. He wanted to reinvestigate the case, Sonny. He recruited Angel Star, then convinced Bruce Goodman.
Detective Goodman?
Yeah, that's right, Sonny.
If the evidence is transferred, I'll lose my only chance to find out the truth. Please, you gotta help me.
Goodman turned him down, and as he ought to. Still, Jake Marshall didn't know when to quit, Sonny.
He stole Goodman's ID card and tried to take the evidence.
Goodman came to me that day. He wanted to file a lost item report. I went with him to the evidence room. And all of a sudden he decided to speak out. What are you talking about, Goodman?
Can you please reopen the investigation, Chief? We can't transfer the evidence out. There are too many questions left unanswered.
He opened his evidence locker, and as he was taking the evidence out, he said,
It's not too late. I'm going to hand all this over to Marshall.
Well, to be honest, I was a bit taken aback by his words, Sonny. I had a bad feeling when he came to see me, but I never thought he'd bring up SL9. That's when I saw it. That accursed knife.
Damn.
I couldn't just pull it out, Sonny.
Doing so would have only led to more blood, making it near impossible to hide your crime.
Even so, the blood was just pouring out, Sonny. I didn't know who might stumble in, so I hurried to wipe it up. I was worried so much about the floor, I didn't realize my fatal mistake, Sonny.
The bloody handprint on the detective's locker, on Detective Gumshoe's locker.
I used to be known as the crime computer. But everyone has to start somewhere, I guess. I was too nervous, Sonny. I had no business doing any of it.
Then you put the body in my car?
I'm sorry. I couldn't think of any other way to move the body, Sonny. I broke your trunk, but what's the big deal? You make a lot more than us detectives ever will, Sonny. Grrr!
Leaving the prosecution's car aside, how? How could you get Miss Sky involved in all this?
Well, she had as much to lose as I did if the truth came out, Sonny.
So you took the evidence from Detective Goodman's locker?
I felt bad for having to do it, Sonny. I also didn't have the time to pick and choose what to take.
So, you left the jar fragments and the glove.
Yeah. It looks like I was better off being an investigator of crimes than a committer, Sonny.
Whew.
They all did their best to get in my way. I got to hand it to them. They do their jobs well, much to my dismay, Sonny.
Fake evidence doesn't hold up very well upon close examination. You must have known that.
Tell me, Worthy, why do you stand in court?
Me?
You despise criminals. Yeah, I can feel it. You and me, Sonny, we're the same. One day you'll understand, Sonny. Oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone.
Damn.
Well, looks like it's time to say goodbye, Sonny. Oh, Udgy.
What?
Looks like we'll have to cancel that lunch date. Sorry, old friend.
I'm sorry too, Jamie and Gant. I knew you as you used to be long ago. You were once a fine investigator, an example to others on the force. I'm sorry to learn that you are no longer that person.
Those days are gone now, Archie. Thanks for all the memories, though. Haha, don't worry, you'll be fine. Now you have Righto here. And Worthy. With these two around, you can't go wrong, Sonny. In fact, I can hear them already. The miraculous... I didn't get to read it. It went by so fast.
Whatever.
There are two things I want you to understand. Yes? First, your sister never hurt anyone. Second, Damien Gant betrayed you from the beginning. You see, Miss Sky? You no longer have any reason to keep silent. You're right. When this trial is over, I'll tell everything. All that I've done these past 2 years. From the time I had Gant help me forge evidence up until today.
So, it seems all the questions raised in this trial have been answered.
I'm sorry, Miss Sky. I couldn't get you out of all of your trouble. My. What high standards you have for a rookie. Huh? I can see why Mia thought so highly of you. Who knows? A few years from now, you just might make it to the top. That's cute. I owe you my thanks, Mr. Wright. Oh, that's nice. Miss Sky. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Huh? You suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you. Alright, let me let the SD card cool down and we'll finish up. Alright, let's finish it. Again, I really do want to apologize for that whole detour I had to take. All because for some dumb reason I saved after the statement. I gotta remember, if I do decisions like that, do not save until you think it's safe. Cause that was so frustrating. Like, I can't even go to sleep now. It's like 4 in the morning right now by the time I'm recording this. But anyway, let's finish this. Believe me, I know how much of an ordeal it's been for you.
Huh. It was nothing.
Liar. I was worried the pressure might break you. And yet, you rose above it. You rose above it all and guided Mr. Wright to victory. You've done well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Stop it! I only did my job.
In light of this case, it seems a good self-examining is in order for all of us. Miss Sky.
Yes, Your Honor.
You are innocent of murder. However, although the chief blackmailed you, the fact is that you still acted as his accomplice. A trial will be scheduled for these crimes at a later date.
Yes, I understand, Your Honor.
Is there something amusing about all of this? Why are you smiling?
It's been a long time, Your Honor. A long time since I felt free of these heavy chains.
Well, this trial has gone on far too long already. Regarding the charge of murder, this court finds defendant Miss Lana Sky
Not guilty. Party at last.
Yay, we did it.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Whew, we finally did it.
February 25th, 5:03 p.m. District Court, Defender Lobby Number 2.
At long last, it's finally over. You can say that again, especially in my case. Jesus. Emma. Why the long face? I'm sorry your sister didn't get completely off the hook, but at least she wasn't convicted for a murder she didn't commit.
No, that's not it. Just now, after the trial ended.
I can see why Mia Fey thought so highly of you. I owe you my thanks. Mr. Wright. And to you too, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, she feels bad because she didn't include her. You've suffered every bit as much as I have over these past few days. You've done well.
You know, I did my best too, but Lana didn't say a single word to me.
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals!
You ruined the moment, Gumshoe.
Oh, I guess I am! Oh, come back here, you. Oh.
Wait, Detective Gumshoe! What is it? This is the third time I've had to do this with you. You gonna complain too?
You're doing your job perfect, aren't you? Making the camera run all round while I'm doing. And to top it off, you call me here. I'd be happier people at funeral. Hi, lighten up, pals. I'm only kidding.
Oh, are you here because of my sister again?
Nope, not this time. I came to you because of you, pal.
Me?
That's right. I thought you'd like to see someone.
Hey, there you are.
Lana!
Should you be doing this? She's still under arrest, you know.
Well, I won't tell if you won't.
God damn it, Gumshoe. Emma, I owe you. I owe you an apology.
It's okay, sis. Don't worry about it.
That day, 2 years ago,
Huh?
was the first time in my life I ever panicked. It was all I could do to keep myself from screaming. All I could think about was keeping you from getting wrapped up in that mess.
Sis!
I asked Gant to help me cover up the truth. I thought I was doing it for your sake, but now I realized I was wrong. I changed after that day. I had to. It was the only way I could make it through the past 2 years. I knew how much I was hurting you by distancing myself, but I couldn't bring myself to tell you what I did. I was scared. Scared that you'd look at me with those eyes of yours. I was scared of how you'd react if you knew.
But sis, you were only doing it for me!
No,
Huh?
I turned my back on you that day. In hiding what I believed to be the truth, I was deceiving you.
Sis!
I'm such a fool. It took me all this time to realize it. Emma, I'm so sorry.
But sis, you don't have to apologize. I'm happy now.
You're happy?
Of course. You know, sis, I always knew that one day you'd come back. And now you have.
Cute. Oh, Emma. Emma. Yeah. No one can change the past. The only thing we can do is strive to make one for our mistakes. Why must we make up for our mistakes, you ask? Because in so doing, we can find the way back to our rightful path. And it is from there that we can move on toward a brighter future. At least, that's what I felt, watching the two sisters making up. Mr. Wright, Mr. Gumshoe,
Me?
thank you both for all that you've done. I'm sure we'll meet again someday. Isn't that right, Edgeworth? Edgeworth? Stop hiding and come over here.
Well, you didn't have to call me out.
Where was he hiding?
I just came to say, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth.
Right, well, I'll be going now.
Mr. Edgeworth, I hope you don't blame yourself for what happened.
Huh?
We were the ones who acted corruptly, not you.
It's too late for me. No matter what anyone may say, I realize today that I can't correct my mistakes.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Not only that, but I don't even trust myself anymore. Chief Gant was right. You despise criminals, Sonny. I can feel it. You and me, we're the same. One day you'll understand, and oh, believe me, you will. You're just one man. You'll see what it really takes to bring them down once you try to go it alone, Sonny. I do despise criminals. I plan to dedicate my entire life to fighting them. But in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. It's scary, but I've known that to be true for quite some time now.
But Edgeworth,
Who knows? Given enough time, I might have tried to pull something like Chief Gant did. That thought terrifies me. That's why I can't continue on as a prosecutor.
Edgeworth, don't you understand? Damien Gant and your mentor, Manfred von Karma,
Huh?
were both the best of the best when it came to fighting crime. But they both made the same mistake.
Huh?
You said in order to fight crime on my own, I'd need a weapon. That may be true, but think back to today's trial. You weren't alone.
Huh?
You were working together with Mr. Wright. And because of that partnership, you were able to present evidence that otherwise would have gone undiscovered. Isn't that right, Mr. Wright?
Huh? What? Oh, yeah. What is this, a pop quiz?
come on, Mr. Wright. Show what Lana's talking about.
Evidence, huh? Something that neither Edward nor I would have been able to find on our own. Huh. I wonder what it is. I don't want to mess this up. Is it at the end? Let me see. Hang on. That's what I was thinking, the evidence list. Because, without Edward's evidence list, we wouldn't have gotten that other picture.
That's the picture I drew.
Our counterattack began with this. You had one half of the evidence list, and I had the other. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just wanted to make sure, though. Apart, we wouldn't have been able to completely restore Emma's picture. That didn't just happen by chance, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh. It's time for me to go.
Mr. Edgeworth.
If you'll excuse me, there are still some loose ends that need wrapping up. Take care, Chief Prosecutor.
Edgeworth, what will you do now? Well, whatever you do, just remember, you can let what happened kill. You can let what happened kill the prosecutor in you, or you can let it help you grow. In the end, it's up to you.
I know. It seems I owe you my thanks too, right? But what I face now is my problem.
Edgeworth, I'll be waiting for you in court.
Farewell.
I better be going too.
Okay, but I'll be by to visit soon.
It seems we both have a lot to learn and catching up to do. Here, this is a little something for you.
Scientific investigation?
It's the first book I ever bought. Study it well.
Thanks, sis, I will.
It's good to see her smile. Yay. And so, another case came to a close. As for the sisters, I have faith. Faith that their lives have only just begun. And as for me, I think it's time I started on a new journey of my own. A journey to rediscover myself.
Well, don't go tracking off just yet, pal.
Huh? What is, Detective?
There's just a little matter to be resolved about the chief prosecutor. You see, she ain't supposed to be out of jail like this.
But I thought you said it was okay.
Yeah, well, it may be okay with me, but the folks at the prison are a different story.
Huh?
Basically, I had to bribe a guard in order to sneak her out for 30 minutes. Believe me, it wasn't cheap either.
Huh?
Way to go, Detective. I didn't know you had a wild side.
Yeah, well, you see, Mr. Wright here's the one who will be footing the bill. Huh? What, you think I could afford it with my salary? You gotta be kidding me, pal!
Thank you, Mr. Wright. You're the best.
Why is it? I suddenly feel like I want to scream.
Hey, I got an idea. Why don't we all go pay it off together?
Yeah, that's a great idea. Come on, guys. Let's go.
Objection! I'll say it's at the end. Hey, it's the end. Yay! So we're finally done with Phoenix Wright. Oh my god. I arranged for a friend of mine in Europe to take care of Emma. I hope she'll be pleased to study under a top coroner. As for me, this affair has pretty much ended my days at the prosecutor's office. Still, I'll manage to find my way back to the field somehow. Then, I'll be able to investigate crimes together with Emma. Cool. So yeah, that was Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. For my first time playing it, it wasn't bad. And again, I know I used a guide to cheat, but I don't care, because again, these games aren't about the gameplay, it's more about the story.
Yikes, I was gone for a moment there. In the end, though, they overlooked my unauthorized investigation of the chief's office. If we penalize you anymore, it's gonna be worse than firing you. Yep, that's what they said. It just goes to show, you can't shake me off that easily.
Oh good, you didn't get fired. But yeah, I had fun. And again, it does feel good when you get those aha moments. Though again, there are moments where I was like, I don't get it. Like sometimes I'd be like, how would that come into the play? Which again, I'm glad I used a guide, because again, I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to have to waste my time. Even though I did, because I didn't save, but oh well. My new mission is to guard the main entrance to take care of Billy! Can you believe it? I've been demoted to a security guard! My partner's keeping an eye on the entrance for me today! I'll show him though! Someday I'm gonna make detective! Yes sir! Then I can just be like Stick Gumshoe! I messed that up. But yeah, even though I had that mishap where I had to play episode 5 all over again because I missaved like a dummy, I still had a good time. And for Phoenix Wright, I'm not gonna jump immediately into the next game. I'm gonna give it a break, and because there are other games I want to play out there. And you know, I might actually study for Ace Attorney 2. Like, if I can, I'd actually like to watch Season 2 of Ace Attorney, since basically... Oh no! It's not Blue Bastard. Because, it's basically, like, the anime basically follows the game, where, like, it follows the same cases and all that. So it'd be interesting if I could watch it and actually get, if it's like a guide, and just use that to help me. Oh, hey, Marshall. What is it? Can't you see I'm having a showdown with a steak lunch here? Miss Todd managed to sneak this into me. She's seeing one of the guys, too. Well, cowboy, it looks like you did it. Even gave Bambina back her smile. Can you make sure Billy and the gang get their water? Yeah, sure, I can water the cactus. again, like I said, this was originally like, looks like we won't be seeing each other for a while. As a farewell gift, I put a new meal on the menu. The right layer something. The top layer tastes a bit as a defeat, but the bottom layer is as sweet as victory. Kids seem to dig the turnabout theme. It's a lot hot seller around the exams. Just make sure not to eat it backwards. But yeah, like, the game was originally 4 episodes, and they added this 5th one, which I thought was alright. Though again, there were some things where it's like, really? Like, I had no idea you were supposed to use that evidence. But I mean, the fingerprint thing and finding blood was pretty fun.
I'll never forget what that young defense attorney said after the trial. Let's see, what was his name again? Mr. Neft? Anyway, he said he'd been doing, something for, or other, how many years? Well, anyway, I've got another trial to get to, so I'd better be, huh? Oh no, I forgot my gavel. Sorry, gotta go.
God damn it. And again, the characters are fun. Like, I love doing the judge. And again, the fun thing about it was, when I did actually start putting some of the stuff together, like, I immediately knew he was blackmailing her. It's just, again, I didn't really find out the truth myself. If I had time, I'd take the time to do it, but yeah.
Ah, nothing soothes the soul like fresh country air. Still, sometimes I do miss hearing you and your objections. Still, I can't go back until I'm a full-fledged spirit medium.
Mystic Meyer, afternoon training's about to begin.
Coming! Well, see you around, Nick.
Oh, thanks, Maya. But yeah, even though I had to use a guide to figure out some of the answers, I still had fun. Cause I enjoy doing, like, the voice acting for the characters. Especially when the characters, like, freak out, like, towards the end with Grant just changing, like, his laugh and all that. That was really fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to take a break from Phoenix Wright, and we'll start Justice for All some other time. Mr. Edgeworth, I brought you your tea. Huh? What's going on? He left, you dummy. That was nice for getting like a low cast thing with all the characters. But yeah, and again, the reason I don't want to start the second Phoenix Wright immediately is because it's October and I got some games to play for October.
Thanks for coming to the station. I can't believe I'm going to Europe. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Thank you so much for everything. I'm a little sad, but I'll be alright. Whenever I want to see Lana, all I have to do is open this book.
That's nice. What we got here? Oh. What do you know? Oh, nice. She literally meant it, too. Cute. Rise from the ashes. Alright, awesome. Just wait for this to get back to the menu, and then we'll call it apart. Alright, well, again, I hope you all enjoyed. This has been CB Ultra 768, and I'll see you all on the next playthrough. So, bye.